This is your daily mental recalibration. Most people think power is loud, but it is not. Power is quiet, patient, and strategic. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The rich don't stay rich because they work harder. They stay rich because they understand systems, while the rest of society is trained to survive inside them. Let me explain. There's a pattern that repeats across history, economies, and cultures. A small group controls resources. A large group does the labor. And the trick isn't force, it's conditioning.
If you keep people just comfortable enough to survive, but never enough to leave, they won't rebel. They'll comply. They'll defend the very structure draining them. That's not cruelty. That's design. Look at how it works. First, value is extracted. Your time, your energy, your labor, your taxes, your attention. Then a fraction of that value is returned to you. Wages, relief packages, bonuses, giveaways, opportunities. Not enough to empower you, just enough to pacify you. This is called controlled relief. In corporate terms, it's risk management. In political terms, it's stability. In psychological terms, it's dependency. When people are desperate, they're unpredictable. When people are starving, they revolt. But when people are barely surviving, they become loyal. They defend the system because the system feeds them, even if it only feeds them scraps.
And here's the most dangerous part. The system never tells you what you could do without it. It doesn't teach you leverage. It doesn't teach you ownership. It doesn't teach you optionality. It trains you to believe that the little you receive is generosity, not a fraction of what you produce. So people fight each other over crumbs. They argue online. They blame other poor people. They protect billionaires they will never meet. That's not ignorance. That's successful programming. The wealthy understand one thing very clearly. People who know their alternatives are hard to control. So alternatives are buried. Financial education is optional. Critical thinking is discouraged. Independence is labeled risky. Obedience is rewarded.
And over time, people forget they have a choice. They forget they can leave bad systems. They forget they can build parallel paths. They forget they can say no. Not because they're weak, but because no one ever showed them a different model. This is why motivation alone doesn't work. Telling people to work harder inside a broken system just makes the system more efficient at exploiting them. Real motivation starts with awareness. Awareness that your loyalty should be earned, not assumed. Your labor has leverage. Your life has value beyond survival. Comfort without growth is a cage. This isn't about hating the rich. It's about learning how they think. They think in systems. They think in incentives. They think long-term. They think ownership, not participation.
And once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. The goal isn't rebellion. The goal is elevation. To stop fighting for scraps. To stop defending structures that limit you. To stop mistaking survival for success. Because the most radical thing you can do in a controlled system is to outgrow it quietly. That starts with conversations like this. With daily echoes that disrupt old thinking. With calm truths that hit harder than noise. If this made you uncomfortable, good. Discomfort is data. Sit with it. Think bigger. And remember, systems don't collapse when people are angry. They collapse when people wake up. This is Daily Echoes. And this is your reminder. You were never meant to live on leftovers. Think clearly, grow quietly. Subscribe to join a community of people who think deeply and choose to grow.